say this. One of the most important things everybody need to realize. You see all this stuff that's set up to keep you stuck, to keep you falling, to keep you going down the wrong road. And we so quick to give Satan so much credit. Credit where it really ain't due, you know what I'm saying? Credit to where it's not due, you know? Credit to where you say, oh, Satan, it was the devil. One thing I learned about my father is that when my father is finna bless you, and my father is finna give you a gift, and you done prayed to God, you ain't prayed to Satan for a gift. You didn't pray to your friends for a gift. You didn't pray to your boss for a gift. You prayed to God for a gift. I know, because I done lost so many gifts in my lifetime trying to figure this out. The one you trust most, that you don't look at like no devil, will keep you from getting your gift from God. The one you least expect can play the devil advocate. Will keep you from getting your gift from God. You can have a mustard seed of faith, and surely I tell you, you can move a mountain. But you can also have a mustard seed of faith. A mustard seed, not of faith, but a mustard seed of evil. And when them legions come, when them legions are activated, temporarily, even if it's just for a few seconds, it will lead you to do evil. And these people that is led to do evil can come to you like your lover, as your lover, can come to you as a gift, can come to you as your boss, can come to you as your friend. This is when it get hard with God. This is when you gotta truly understand God. Ain't no messages online saying something is blocking you from the faith, and you need to get your faith, and the angel's trying to tell you something. None of that. That's good too, but none of that. This is test. Listen to me when I tell you this. When God told Satan, go test Job, surely I tell you the truth, Job loved me with all he got. No matter what, I'm sure Job won't turn on me. So then you gotta question yourself. You gotta ask yourself, who really did the attacking? So when you tested by God, you ask God for a gift. When God give you a gift, God is giving you a gift for you to take care of. God is giving you a gift for you to love. God is giving you something that's God given to you. Not Satan, not man. No matter what you go through, for better or worse, it's gonna be right there beside you. So God gonna see to it and make sure you don't abandon that gift. You don't wrong that gift. You respect that gift, because you know God gave you that gift. Of course Satan did the attacking, but God gave Satan permission. Because God had something better for Job. Even though Job had all of it, he had everything, God gave Job something better. We don't know the real story. We don't know the full story. See what I'm saying? So over time of losing all these gifts, I started realizing something. Wait a minute. I wasn't the kind of person that was scared to go to jail, scared to go to prison, or scared of death either. I was the kind of person blind led by God. I didn't know if God gave me something and somebody took that something from me. I didn't know that I was supposed to move different, turn the right and the left cheek. I thought I was supposed to fight for it. physically. And every single time it drowned me. Let me give you an example. Let's say I prayed for a lover. Praying, just praying for a lover. And now I'm looking for this lover, and I'm expecting this lover. And all of a sudden, a individual come in the shape of a lover, talking like a lover, feel like a lover. At this time, I done prayed to God for this lover, so I done elevated myself so God will give me a little attention so I can receive this lover. So, of course, I'm expecting this lover. And of course, this person that done came to me, this individual that done came up to me, I'm going to automatically assume that this is the lover. I never would have expected that before God actually gave me the lover, Satan was going to send me a doppelganger of a lover, an emulator of a lover, a copy and paste of a lover. I wouldn't have never expected it. And you will be amazed how many times in life, if y'all just meditate and bring back your energy, you're going to think about everything. Oh, I told y'all how to do this. Bring back your energy and quit being silly out there. Let me tell you something. I was born out here in these woods. Born in the slum, born in the street. You keep going down that road, all of it lead down the same dead end. You ruined. Yeah, and your conversation, oh, I remember this, honey. I remember doing this and getting this and having all the drugs. You think that's good? That's why you always searching for that high. That's why you always say, I'm trying to find that high. You ain't going to find that high because that high was lied to you by the drug that you thought that gave you a high in the first place. That high stole from your serotonins, stole from your neurons. And it took all of that energy that you were going to have to utilize into your whatever your life is, and it gave it to you in one swoop. In one scoop. Boom. That's that high. It stole your energy. It lied to you. It lied to you. So let's say it. If you got a lover, that lover came and you took this person in, but the signs was there. Let's not lie about the signs. The signs were there. And you left and you slept and you laid down with this lover. You said God sent you this lover. But it's so many things, little bitty things that you think it's little bitty things, but actually was big things to let you know that that wasn't the lover that God sent you. A lover that God sent you. No matter who you think you are, you're going to have to work hard to lay down with that lover. Or the lover going to have to work hard for you to lay down with. It shouldn't be that quick. The conversation that you had when you was eating, you heard something. And they shouldn't have said that. But you looked over. They slipped and said something. They moved a certain way. And you knew for a fact that they shouldn't have moved that way. And you ignored it. Watch what I tell you. Surely I tell you, bring back your energy and think about every prayer that you done prayed to God and really truthfully ask yourself, have God not given you everything you ever asked for? I can guarantee you it done came in your life in this lifetime and you just didn't notice it or you ignored it because it wasn't wrapped the way you wanted it wrapped. That's why when people come to me, and they would come to me and they see I'm a broke bum. And then they look into it after they'll misguide them. It's a broke bum, he's garbage. They are misguided by the people who stole everything from me and put me and set me in the garbage. But are these people wrong for putting me in the garbage? Or is these people utilized by God, like Satan was utilized by God to manipulate the people into thinking that I ain't got nothing, that I am absolutely garbage and not that gift from God, but they know that I gotta be that gift from God, but for some reason I'm not wrapped in your eyes like a gift from God. But you know for a fact in your heart of hearts that I'm exactly that gift from God. Boy, that's why I told y'all about the cars. You get 2 Lamborghinis, they the same color, they the same car. They look the same exact way. There's nothing different about these cars, but one of these cars is from God and one of these cars is from Satan. Well, who's selling you the car? You go down the road, a fork in the road, you come to a fork in the road, and it's time for your soul to cross over. And you at the fork in the road, and they telling you, you got your little doggy with you. You and your dog had an accident, crossed over. But you still, for some reason, feel like you ain't crossed over, but you got your dog, but you starting to notice that you might have just crossed over, but you got your dog. You having memories that you possibly could have crossed over in a car accident, but you got your dog and your dog crossed over too. You come to this fork in the road and you see this man at the fork in the road and they tell you, it's 2 men in the fork in the road and they say, one of the men say, you can't bring this dog on this road, but this is the way to heaven. But you love your dog so much, you gonna argue with that man and say, ain't no way this is heaven. It's no way this is heaven. Then you go down to the other road. And that man say, you can come down this road. You and your dog. I'm looking for heaven. You can come down this road, you and your dog. Both of y'all are wanted. We would love to have y'all. You go down that road because they accepted your dog. Just to find out that you went down the hell road. That person didn't say, you said, I'm looking for heaven. That person said, we will accept you and your dog. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Sin and God don't mix. No matter how good things seem to look, you can still have fun in life, trust me. But you gotta know when to say no. You gotta know how to have a good time without scooping so low. You gotta know when to say no. You gotta know when to have a good time. How to have a good time without scooping so low. That's why I told y'all, I keep saying I'm at the finish line. Y'all already thinking to yourself, maybe I need to catch up. Some of y'all are getting sick and you know it. Some of y'all having issues with your body and you know it. Some of y'all are having stroke issues, seizure issues, drug issues, sex issues, garden issues, forest issues. Let me tell you something. When you're doing what God wants you to do, you wouldn't have those issues. And even if you already had those issues and if you gave yourself to God, you'll know that God got you and those issues. God ain't gonna add more issues to you. If anything, God gonna heal you from those issues. And y'all know this. Y'all know this to be true. You trying to drag that dead weight with you. You trying to drag that team with you. You trying to drag them so-called friends with you. And you know they ain't meant to go down that road with you. The way to heaven is narrow. And the way to hell is broad. All right, now watch this. Let's go back to my story. Like I said, God will utilize all those traps. You say you're a lover and you're supposed to get to me. Now, by this time, you know it's money if you get to me. Maybe you know that it's a marriage inheritance if you get to me. You know something going on. But can you really truly cleanse your heart and be for real with yourself as you trying to get to me? And it doesn't matter what you say out of your mouth, because God is going to test you. God told me one time, we're going to test your anger and your emissions. I laughed. I said, I know I'm going to pass this test. Failed it every single time to the point where I had to pray about it. Because I'm real good at just holding it down, holding it back, hiding it, letting it die inside. But when God tested me, failed every time until I realized I had to face what was making me break every time. I couldn't tell God to stop the test. I couldn't tell God to quit hitting me so low. I had to understand why God was hitting me so low. Like I said, y'all try to say somebody like me bored and this and that. Can't be if you're stealing everything from me. Can't be if I'm the life of the party. You emulating me, you doppelganging me, you copy and pasting me. I'm not copying and pasting you. So I gotta be the life of the party. So since I'm the life of the party, how am I bored? You've been bamboozled out of your gift. You've been lied to. You think God won't use these toys and these tools to fool you? This lie suit to fool you? You said you love me. But now, like I said, maybe you know it's money somewhere. Well, God gonna test your love for me. See, before you can even think about loving me, you must learn how to love yourself. That's why I said many of y'all would seek me and never find me. Many of y'all will look for me and never see me. Just like many will say, Lord, Lord, God, God, and never see heaven. These tests are brutal. You think God won't utilize it? Saying you did a good job, outstanding job, great job. I'ma use you. They kept falling in this department for this man. They kept falling for that man, falling for this man. Years done went by, and they still falling in the same department. Now they say they ready. Now they claim they ready. We're gonna utilize that again. And once again, you fell again. You gotta learn to love yourself. You gotta learn to love yourself. It was a great accomplishment when I realized that I can hang and still live in these streets and live a normal life in these streets and not fall into temptation. Most of y'all say you finna get out the streets. You still saying that today. Rappers, young, old, no matter what. You say, I get away from these streets. I get away from these problems. I get away from this temptation when I hit a lick, when I get the money to get away from these people. How am I supposed to heal in the midst of all this? How am I supposed to build in the midst of all this? How am I supposed to be good in the midst of all this? Not knowing that just in the midst of all that, that's what's gonna make you the perfect you. That's exactly what you need to reform you. You wanna be a businessman? You wanna be a businesswoman? Then let that reform you so you can be a leader. You know how I was taught by women when it come down to this business stuff. straight out of the street. You know how, and they was sexy. Some of them was over businesses. And don't you know how many men always hit it on them? I'm sure they went with some of it, but they still didn't miss business with pleasure. They turned them down every chance they got, and they stayed they bosses. They stayed bosses. Y'all done got weak. A lot of y'all done got weak. Because this perverse world will make you think that the only way you can eat is the sin in the first place. But God is fixing that. God gave the bad their chance to make better their ways. The tables are turning. The energy is shifting. And you better be on the right team. Otherwise, God gonna give you over to your sins. And you're gonna be doing things you never thought you would ever do in all your days. Amen. Amen. Watch it. I want y'all to meditate, pray. Bring back your energy for a while. And really meditate on the fact of everything you done prayed for. Go write it down. And then meditate on your past life, on your past. And you're going to say, man, wait a minute, it did come true. I just kept turning it down. You wanted a business, you wanted to get a loan for a business, you needed so much of a loan to get this business. You didn't get quite that much of a loan to get this business. So guess what you did? You didn't get the business. But you knew, but what you didn't know is if you would have utilized that little money to try to at least start your business, you probably would have a greater successful business today, because God knew you didn't need that much to start a business. Now, if you could take what you just got, that little bit you got, and you could start a business, and you could try to make success out of that business that you did with that little that you got, then you know you're ready for big business. Don't get fooled out here, y'all. Now listen to me. They'll bring the best to you. They'll bring the best to you. Ball players, models. I'm just saying something. Entertainers, celebrities. Oh, you on your high horse, you top notch, you got your nose in the air. I'm the best thing to fly, stay smoking. They'll bring the best to you, best sex part, the best money bag, the best hair, the best clothes. They'll bring the best to you. You'll swipe it down and God that brought it to you. Remember about the girl I told you throwed herself in the trash can? Sitting upside down in a little trash can with her stilettos in the air. Go ask, oh, you don't know who she is. I'm sure if we can ask her, she'll tell you that whatever she fell for and jumped in that trash can for did not care. And you remember that right there.